just like knowing that if I continue the work, it should and very likely will take me somewhere is usually enough to keep putting it in, even on like an off day where I don't feel super motivated.
Leads into like your show your work challenge as right? So explain to the viewers who don't know, Zach here, he started, I'm assuming you started it, a hashtag show your work challenge on Instagram mainly and anywhere on all social media platforms. So explain to us what that is and how people can actually get involved and how you started it.
Yeah, so basically I was starting to find that I wasn't getting super accountable with my training and with my academics. I felt like I was kind of slouching off a bit, so I wanted to try to find some way that I could show people that I'm actually doing something and that people can have like a platform to call me out on it, I guess. So it was a bit more personal that way. But kind of, the idea of the Show Your Work Challenge, in my opinion, was to demonstrate that great things don't come from nowhere. There's a lot of process that get them there, I guess.
And you're on day 24, 25?
I think yesterday was 24, so today will be 25.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think we're also gonna do a little bit on our social media. So check out our social media at 204 Rise. We're gonna help you out and we're gonna do
you
some
can
show
use the
your work.
hashtag. It's called the hashtag show your work and tag Zack on Instagram. You can find the link in the bio.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get it going. So was there any like role models that you followed that after, or was that just something you developed on your own?
So Nathaniel Drew, this one YouTuber that posts a lot about like self-reflection and clarity. Sure. He did a video on some of his favorite books, and he read this one book that I cannot remember the title of, but it really went into like the process of work and how you should kind of like, it basically demonstrates the same ideas I was trying to go with by show your work. So I definitely think that's the kind of like inspiration for it.
So is that just like a way for people to hold you accountable, or is it to, like, some people can portray it as you're just trying to show what you're doing?
Yeah, I guess one way I didn't really want to portray it as like a place to boast.
Yeah.
Like I initially put out like a post at the very start of it that I'm not trying to brag when I'm doing these things. That's why I never put like what weights I'm lifting I just say I'm doing like a clean and jerk so people aren't confused when they see me like rip a bar up into the air. But I really don't want it to be like super vain. Like that's one thing I don't really like is vanity and like kind of like boasting where boasting isn't necessary. Like there's definitely times to be egotistical, but definitely social media isn't one of them, in my opinion.
100% agree.
And even in today's society where social media has taken over everyone's life, sort of say, either that be with TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, you name it, it's everywhere. How do you be so humble with even, you're lifting more than, I would say, like,
the average person.
Sure, yeah. How do you stay humble in that process? What keeps you motivated and humbled?
I guess just like knowing that if I continue the work, it should and very likely will take me somewhere is usually enough to keep putting it in, even on like an off day where I don't feel super motivated. Like knowing that, okay, sure, this sure does suck, but if I do like one more and then one more after that, like I just have to focus on like what's like directly in front of me. I don't have to think of, oh no, after this training session I have to go home and I have to finish writing this paper, or I have to do like a bunch of problems. I just have to focus on what's exactly in front of me, and then the rest of stuff can just come later. So like focusing on one thing at a time is a good way to stay motivated for sure.
It sort of comes back to that process of being, it's not falling in love with the product, you're falling in love with the process of achieving things. And like you say, consistency is key to self-development. Even if you're trying to achieve your goals in life, to me that's a personal like consistency. If you can be consistent, you'll achieve everything you want in life.